Yeah, so he looks very good. But it's funny, it's a great work for not even see it. I mean, if something happened on TV, I would be at work. But, that's how it is. She just seems that, I don't know, you actually want that to happen. And we'll start seeing that. Well, that wasn't you? Then I was like, no. I want sometime. Yeah.
I guess so.
You come today?
What?
You do that recently?
Tyler Royce.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. That's why we get enough time.
No. I know.
That's what I like.
This one that's new. Is that what we're playing? To be normal. Yes. Oh God. I didn't even think about that. I know.
Yep.
I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't either. It's right there. I still want to go find it. Why did you put it on Twitter? Like, of all, yeah.
I read it. I didn't process that. I knew that. I also like this thing about
oh, it's not today's video. That's why it's not working. There we go.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, I almost tagged the wrong Twitter. Almost tagged the wrong Twitter.
Well, you almost put in time.
Well, I just started typing. And the first one that comes up.
I'm just start looking at something that goes like
Yep. Hey, the space bar on this.
this is a name difference.
Wow. Okay, Brian. So I wasn't looking at the keyboard when I started typing, and this is supposed to be the word briefing. Join us for our weekly. This keyboard is also a piece of shit.
Oh, sure. Blame the keyboard.
It is though.
Blame the keyboard.
The space bar doesn't work half the time.
Hold on. Wait, I'm pretty sure I have more than I actually wear. Well, it's not even that. Like, players, like, I don't know. Just around 3 guys is probably the best. I've never won. I didn't buy it. Like, I think it was my mom that came home with it one day. It's like, here. There's no hero. I was like, I don't like it. I've never won it. I don't think I got it. No, I won't. I have at least 15. Okay, hold on, I can figure this out. This one? Ethan is Tom Seaver. Yeah, and Tom Seaver, best man ever. 2 Carlos Beltran. Another David Rose.
Yep.
Johansson.
I see.
Jose Reyes.
Well, see, this used to be the old law, but later you see the report.
David Ryan All-Star game here. The year was it. That's a lot of stuff. There might be more. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure those are all the ones that are like an actual on-field jersey.
No, like a shared jersey.
Oh, oh God, don't even get those. But then like there's like the weird style jerseys that I have, because I know I have like 2 David Rich ones that aren't one they've ever actually won on field, but still like that jersey thing. No, I don't. The don't style shit was Oliver Perez, John Maine, Jeff Francoeur. I like 4 David Ryan. Matt Harvey, exactly right.
It's a kitty.
I don't have the ground yet. I gotta get a cinder.
Yeah, they are.
Every man is just 3 sides, doesn't it?
Look, it's a kitty with a bowl of water balloons.
And then the pop.
That one. Right. It's cute. I felt like sharing.
I said it is. I said, isn't that a nice one?
Do not trust people who don't think things are cute.
Don't do that.
Lies.
I don't remember. No, here's why. You've seen all these pictures of dogs like sleeping on their owner's brain because they just miss them so much. Whereas then the cat doesn't even remember who they are when they eat their head.
How many viewers do we have right now?
0.
Who wants to quality? Dogs smell.
Cats.
Not near as much.
Dogs are lovable. Dogs.
You can smell it. When you walk in the house of a dog owner, you can smell it in the house. The cat, you can only smell when he actually uses comforter box inside.
Yeah, but dogs do things. Cats just kind of sit there doing nothing.
Have you ever owned a cat?
No, but I've been in the house with multiple cats.
Cats don't do things when there are unknown people around.
Dogs are always doing things.
Especially if you have a kitten in the house, they're constantly running around and running into walls.
And then my dog is more a sled dog, so whenever it snows, I'll put her out in the yard and she'll just run back and forth for like 3 hours until she literally cannot move and I have to like carry her back into my house.
You are.
You see this, right?
No one said there's goes and I have one too. Someone.
Wow. Isn't there an expression about volunteering others or something? I did it last week. I'll do it next week. I think that's consistent.
That involves getting up and walking upstairs. Suppose if you want, you can watch on your phone.
So like you're rich.
I don't know.
And then that one moves up. Like 3 computers in the test. One does not.
No, you did not talk about This is great. Honestly, I think I was like, Yep. You know, so a group discussion. Yeah, okay. I already loaded up AccuWeather. No! I'll tell you that. Alright, Kyle, you're doing the impromptu one for each time.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you got Kyle? Yeah. Here we go.
There it is.
He's just trying to make it random.
Yeah.
Wait. Where did you focus on? We were in the house. Okay, so it wasn't when we got back there. You said. Oh, talking you brought the same time. Who did the same company? Yesterday we had 90.
Maybe if it rounded up. Certificate of custody. It's just
He's not done. Big factor, that's what I thought. Let's start out.
Yeah. You get that credit. Alright, everybody, thanks for coming. Just while Tyler gets set up, just as a heads up, the next couple of weeks, Tyler's today, next week,
Dr. needs to be here the week after that. We actually have the GEMS board, which is the alumni board will be in town, so one of the meteorology representatives, Eric, get that, will actually be here for a brief meeting. He did one a couple of years ago. So you're good to go, Tyler. We'll get started. Tyler graduated in the department in 2011, and now works for AccuWeather. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Sorry for my delay. It's a process thing from AccuWeather here and someone was mentioning how State College finally saw its first 90-degree day earlier this week. I was really hoping for it to go 2 years, full 2 years, which is actually spreading around this time when we last had a 90-degree day. And the reason I bring that up is there's some statistics. I typically work forecast over in Europe, and it's been a hot summer there. And just to give you some stats, so State College had one 90-degree day this year. We topped two last Wednesday. Yeah. That means it really throws me off my stats. We were supposed to tie London, which reached 98 at the beginning of July. So there's something London typically doesn't see. It's 90-degree days, and they actually reached 98 that day. They really spiked. Paris, France saw 8 90-degree days. Berlin, Germany, 14. Warsaw, 15. The big winner is Madrid at 76. They actually had, I believe it's the third longest since the mid-70s, third longest stretch of 86+ degree days on record. And you think, well, it's Madrid, it's Spain, it's always hot there, but it's not as hot for this long, for this duration. And to go along with that, they had a stretch of 19 days of 100+, with the going with, I believe, 105 as their official record high temperature for the summer. And so basically, it's been hot across year. This July peaked out, I believe, 2006 as the warmest July record by 0.5 Celsius. Compared to that, a lot of people compare a lot of Western and Central Europe heat waves to El Nino situations. A lot of people died. And that's not necessarily the case this year. And this year, I believe, it was all over Europe that we had all that heat. So there's a lot of weather going on just besides here in the eastern United States as we take a look at the infrared. We have massive flooding going on in Japan. If you saw on social media earlier this morning, it was widespread massive flooding from the typhoon that went over Japan yesterday. 3 straight days of rain led to some areas seeing over 600 millimeters of rain. It was about 25 inches. Levees broke, leading to really massive flooding, kind of like what we saw with Katrina, New Orleans, and with the levees leaking, people having to be rescued. Sicily got slammed over 36 hours, close to 5 inches of rain, also led to massive flooding. And we have some tropical systems going on, and we'll talk about the latest one in the Atlantic. But first, we'll take a look at what's going on here in the United States. And of course, the AccuWeather has to be over us for today. We have a bearing down cold front that's going to have a wave of low pressure that's basically trying to develop along it, prolonging the rain today. And it's going to affect some major sporting events. You have the U.S. Open today. You have the Pats Steelers later today. You have baseball games from New York, Philadelphia, and Atlanta all playing events, all going to be affected by this. So quickly taking a look at radar here. Basically, see now as we get the day is progressing, you can see stuff's really starting to fill in, and that's kind of what I believe, if I remember correctly, the 14 NAM was showing. Even leading up to today, when I was checking stuff for products that were issued for the United States, and even just see what's going on from here. Even the models yesterday and even this morning, we're still struggling to figure out what is going to go on east of us. what's going to go on for Boston, for New York City. Some say, oh, it's going to kind of be some dry slack for this afternoon. Others say it's going to be just a total washout for tennis. I believe we are still struggling with the high-res models with what's going to be happening for the latest tonight. And we're all checking the latest and greatest information on that. And that's what we're currently have. This feature out here that's coming through Michigan, going to flip Chicago, is going to be our next feature that Saturday is going to disrupt our festivities for the weekend. So we'll quickly take a look and see what the latest NAM 4K is showing here. And it's kind of, I would say, already off the mark because it's not showing the movement. I believe right now, if I can see correctly when I walk in, it's raining out right now. So 4K doesn't show the rain really across all regions, but it does show it filling in across southern New England. But it continues, and this is how that continues to show a dry, basically a drier time for the Pats Steelers game. But if we were to change and go towards the latest curve, this would, I believe, be a better picture of us having the rain here currently instead of just filling in across southern New England into New York, Connecticut. And then even this is now going towards a drier solution for the past two. I was going to go with a forecast of something around Foxborough later, maybe this afternoon, prior to kickoff, and this stuff kind of deteriorates as we go to the second half. The second half should just be a slugfest of them trying to run the football.
That is now a comment. The Weather Service in Taunton, Mass. just issued a flash flood watch till 6 p.m. for all of southeastern Mass, which, according to the HER, doesn't look it's going to see that much. That's
correct. If there's the one thing that I've been worried about since yesterday is that the heaviest stuff is going to lean towards the west and north of Boston. And that's what the wider large NAM, the GFS, and even the Euro is thinking is that the slugger stuff is going to remain way off, away from Boston and whatnot. Just off this typical, as you see, north and west of Boston, the 182, 128. And then for us here, everything kind of like dries out. And then we can actually somewhat of a decent thing where I don't have to run the AC because the humidity is it's killing me. So that's going to be a nice reprieve for all of us to have that go on. So going forward then, actually we'll talk about how we have to say the French accents and all that. For whatever reason we decided to choose a French name here. It's going to remain a tropical storm basically through Saturday, and then what's going to happen is the system that's going to affect us is going to be the system that's going to affect us later. So the storm system affecting us today going into New England, going into Friday, is going to be basically interacting with it, and that's when it becomes all fun and games, and that's why the NHC is going with post-tropical for the second half of the weekend going into early next week. So start interacting with that storm system. And so we're basically going to be watching it kind of take aim at Finland, in Holland, I should say. And as we go out into early next week, and we'll take a look on the model, it's basically going to show it can actually interact and affect parts of Europe going on. But going on to Friday, as I said, we're going to basically dry out and have a nice day here. It's going to be this next system, the next cold front coming through the Ohio Valley. It's going to try to put a damper on us. And all the models are showing that as we go into Saturday, that Saturday's game, it looks to be, in this GFS here looks to be quicker than from what I saw in zeros and Euro here. It shows it's Euro is the slower of the two. Here it shows that shows us that the beginning part of the storm, the game should be the wettest, and as we go towards the second half, as the game ends, you should start to taper off harder and clear out. As the rain all moves towards the I-95 corridor from the Rutgers game to the Virginia game. If we take a look at the Euro in the same time frame, it basically is pointing that we're going to get caught on throughout the game on Saturday. I will say the Euro has been showing some funky businesses throughout the last couple of days. I believe I didn't check out here in the south, but I do know at one point they were trying to spin up the tropical system in the Gulf. The rain were poured in Sicily, it was trying to develop in Mediterranean, which is a Mediterranean tropical system, which really does not happen across there. So I'm going to probably not buy the Euro QPF amounts going on, but nevertheless it should be a dreary day here on Saturday. To be the controls, we try to dry as much as possible. It's trying to do look like people 500 trying to cook towards Toronto and whatnot, according to European. So we kind of have, as I said, we kind of have different solutions. If the trend continues, and if the models continue to show that it's going to get going to grow faster, that means we actually might look out, and we just don't have to see a run game no according to our offense, probably that's the best solution. But as you have the trough swinging becoming negative on the side, that's how we want to see the sources kind of wind up and try to take a turn into Toronto. So any questions on what we're seeing locally here through Saturday? Alright, then we'll go and we'll focus in more on tropical system, and we're just going for the into early next week, which is hopefully we can see what the both the GFS coming in and basically compare that to zeros and basically whatever is the remnants of Henry will be trying to do something across Western Europe later in the time period. And so it's quite interesting what it wants to try to do here. Yesterday the model kind of showing great British Isles and whatnot. Today it's a little more not certain. This site here, just as we load the model, is one of what we find in international forecasting, one of my favorite sites, ODMAP. It loads up all the synoptic data, loads up all the meteor data, and the proxy flow. The latest information you can go back as far as 1999 data across the globe. So that's not Europe. You can go to Asia, you can check out the rainfall across Japan, you can take a look at the stuff that's going on in the United States. And so what I have rainfall over the last 24 hours across Europe. You can see the stuff that goes Sicily, now that's moving to Greece right now, Albania, Macedonia. So it's a good tool to pull up the synoptic data that's not very easily readily to get to. You could also, aviation weather is a great site also, it looks very convoluted here. To pull up what the meters are. You get as all the meters all across the globe, so we can go towards Japan, for instance. And you can pull up stuff and pull up what's going on in Japan right now. So this is all comes in every hour. A lot of recharge stations across the globe come in every half hour. We come in faster than we do in the United States, which depends on weather and whatnot. So those are some of the tools that we use internationally. Here. We have a tropical system here. We'll have this storm system that's coming through now on Friday evening, heading up towards I don't know the following. And they'll kind of converge, at least according to the GFS, Jersey roughly had the same solution. And as we progress through the weekend into the next week, it looks like tropical system kind of gets absorbed into cutoff that's going to be spinning across the British Isles, and there's really not going to be much to run except some rain. If we would pull up yesterday's runners, it looked like there's going to be some wind effects and whatnot. European, Jersey, same setup going into Friday, tropical system, the storm system going up into Canada. The one thing that I may be cautious with the European is that they don't merge, and they kind of storm system kind of kicks the tropical system out, and they merge later on, merge Monday, for whatever reason. Something trying to kick one or the other. They don't want to merge, and I don't know if that's the right idea here. Because I feel like they kind of want to merge, but get together. If they get close enough, they're not going to kick one another. The European kind of once it blows up, and then it rains, looks like some gusty winds and rain to heavy rain for that size Ireland, Wales, and Southern England. Caveat here is if this storm continues to deepen as you go forward in time, this solution kind of remains intact. It will be a wind event for Great Britain, where gusts will be over 50 miles per hour, close to 60, 70 miles per hour, and then it becomes an issue. If the storm system remains weaker and was really like the GFS, if it remains weaker and it doesn't really do anything, there's really no effect. But let's say the European solution, you take the European solution, you slow it down, weaken it during Tuesday and Wednesday, building wind events going to be at coastal locations. One thing that we found out within the last few years is that when you have a easterly storm across here, the winds, you get the gustiest winds, you get the worst winds. If you have a storm system that's weakening, the winds are going to be confined towards coastal areas, mountain areas, and you're really not going to do much damage. Weakening storm, you're going to get more damage on it, and that's what we saw across Germany on the Fools there. One of the strongest storms on record. Go through there. So that's basically what we're going to have through early next week with our tropical system. And it could affect Europe, which really does not happen at all. So it's something that I would be paying attention to. Any questions?
Plus, you're thinking of the warm, big or warm up, thinking about maybe.
Good question. I just basically look at 12 to the right one. With the grid building in with high pressure, yeah, it looks like we can essentially do have another warm up coming through. Looks like just like in Europe, we're going with the fall forecast of some of the lingering look like we can go into. Someone doesn't want to leave here finally after being very subtle summer. So I would assume that it would be based off, but this is one with the definitely the rich pumping in another side for these 80s and working conditions. Thanks very much.
Any last questions about it? All right, thank you. And those you also potentially take time to take official.
Listen, I'm sorry that I upset our viewer.